All right, guys, in this video, we're going to review the portfolio for about a minute, and then we're going to jump into the stocks that I'm watching and looking to add to this, as well as swing trades. So as you can see here, we have Nike. We have a $499 cost basis on them. We have about 6.8 shares, $73.22. We're down 0.9%, so not bad. Starbucks, we are down 10% on these guys. We have $842 invested. Alibaba, $519 invested. We are up 6%. Tesla, which has pulled back lately, we have $500 worth at $154 a share. Home Depot, we're up 9%. And then FSPGX, the main majority of my holding, which is around 80, you can see 88, 89%, which is in these top 10 holdings. Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, the list goes on right over here. And I'll post the FSPGX growth fund at the end of this video if you're interested. It's good for you to see. So portfolio year to date right now, we are up $4,000, about 18%. So that is beating the S&P, which is at 15, 16%. But the majority of our money is in these growth funds. Now let's jump to the stocks to watch. All right, guys, so we're going to try to break this down quickly with these stocks. If you look at NVIDIA, we know that we are up almost 200% year to date. If you have shares at $47, congrats to you. You can see the 200% gain there. Just that pullback to about 111, 113, you're still up 140% if you have shares there. But what I want to talk about is just the levels. If NVIDIA cannot hold, you had an indecision candle here, right here, this thin wick here, 106 all the way up to 116. If NVIDIA cannot get back above this level at 117, we are headed down. So keep an eye on this. We have consolidation forming here around 110 to 117. If NVIDIA cannot hold this 111, it's going to retest that 106, and then it's going to head lower. And where is it going to go? It's going to retest this 96 level. So just be very careful if you're long on this position, because once this 106 level breaks right here, it's going to go head down to $96, and that's a true swing buy. But what I think is going to happen is we have earnings coming up August 28th. So there might be a potential move back up to at least retest 120, 125, but we'll have to wait and see. Chipotle, I took a swing position in this. I am holding shares around like $51, full disclosure, but you got to cut the loss if it goes any lower here. I mean, if you can see here, it had earnings, they actually beat earnings with both revenue and EPS, but they're still sliding down due to guidance. And the pullback right here is about 28%. So for me, I thought that was a good swing trade. I can hold them. I have other, money going into other accounts. I'm okay holding it. But if it breaks this $49 level, it might head down to 46. And if it doesn't hold 46, we are looking at $43. You just got to be very careful with this stock. And it's like buying a fallen knife, because anybody that's bought has fallen into these bear flags right here, which is formed right here, as you can see. And then it sold lower. And then it did the same exact thing right here, and then right here. And then if you look, it did it again from the 53 range all the way down to here. So these bear flags have formed. They have sold off. But I'm trying to play this $50 bounce off of this back to $60, just like it did on earnings, which worked out on that trade. But we'll see. Next stock, PayPal. As you can see, just if you look at the 5-year chart, this stock was pumped to 310 during COVID, sold all the way off. Just be very careful. If you want to take a small position, I understand, but your stop loss has got to be at $50. If it breaks $50, it's going much lower, and it's going to head back down probably to its $30 range. But this might be, hopefully, build some foundation here and get some consolidation and start making a move back up. But there's really no sign of it, making higher highs. So for me, it's on watch, but I'm just going to keep a alert around $50 to $51, and that's it. Lululemon is a stock that I'm watching. I am starting to look into the company more to see, because right now they have sold off so much that it's starting to make me question, is this just a bargain opportunity? But I have to do some more research on them, but I just want to bring it up to you guys. 516 all the way down here. This percentage pullback, let's just bring it up here. This percentage pullback is like 53%. I mean, a 53% drawback on a company that was doing really well is now just selling off. I don't know much about their earnings and stuff, but it's definitely something year to date to think about, that the stock is down 50%. So if you know anything about this company, leave a comment in the section below. Definitely love to hear it. Nike, I have shares in, as we spoke about, and I'm pretty much break even on them right now. I bought around $74. I bought a little bit more, around $70, $71. Dollar cost net average back down. And this company has just been around forever. And when you look at the max chart, they used to be very bullish, and now they are selling off. And I think the true swing trade here is around that $63. Let me get rid of this because it broke that support level. Clean this up a little bit for you guys. And as you can see here, it may retest from $71. It looks like it might come down to like $63 to $62. And that makes sense for a swing trade. And you have an easy to find stop loss that if it breaks this $60 range, you just cut your loss. But try to make a move back up. Even if it went back up to $100, you're looking at a 60% return on your investment. Definitely something to keep in mind on. SPSM, this is something the small caps, that it's the 600 small cap US companies. It pretty much mirrors IWM, which is like the Russell 2000. This is something that is making new highs, so I just want to bring that up. Maybe the rotation in stocks at the end of 2024, you can see we're at $46, where it was consolidating in this range of $43 to $32 over the last couple of years. But I definitely would keep an eye on it because right now it's at all-time highs, and I think we can get a bigger move here if the big institutions are really moving their money into small cap stocks. So definitely keep an eye on that. I've definitely increased contributions to the small cap for my 401ks just to buy more over the past couple of months, and now we're starting to see that move, which is nice. MU, Micron Semiconductors, this guy's very volatile. You definitely have to be very careful with this, but they've sold off just to create awareness here. 3 months here, 158. We sold all the way off. When I say we, I don't have shares of these guys. Sold all the way off down 33% to 105. So it's starting to form a base here at the 105. And why is it forming a base? Look at the 5-year chart. You have this right here. I don't really see much. If it comes back down to like $100 to $97, I could understand because you have this area of consolidation and this area of consolidation right here. I'll just mark it for the newer investors here. But you can see here, here's your resistance, here's your resistance. If it does come down from 104 down to 96, definitely a potential swing trade you could do. But there's your defined stop loss if it breaks below that. KBLB, this was mentioned to me months ago. I've been looking to get an entry in these guys. These guys this is a penny stock. This is super risky. They do spider silk, and they make products out of that. I got to make a video on these guys because they are interesting, but this is very difficult stuff. Look at this chart. Like, how do you trade this chart? So this is a stock if I bought, I'm going to try to, just hold, but it looks like you got to go with like discretionary money that you don't mind losing and just throwing in the garbage can, because if you know more about KBLB and spider silk, you let me know. But 0.02, you could lose 100% on your investment on this very easy. I mean, it's 0.11. If it goes down, it's already down 60%. If it goes back down to 32 cents. So I usually don't trade in stocks like this, but I like to mix it up and put them in there. Let me tell you a stock that's definitely on my watch list right now, and this is Visa. If you look at Visa over the long term, this is just textbook perfect, bullish all throughout. And I think we might potentially start getting actual an entry on these guys where we can start buying them in dollar cost averaging. So they're trading in this channel right now. This is the channel they're trading in, as you can see. And right now they're in the middle of the channel. If Visa can pull back to like 235, I'm going to start buying them in the long-term portfolio. This is an A-grade company. This is a company that does very well financially. And I'd have no problem holding them. I was going to buy shares at 275. Now it's starting to get cheaper at 260. So I'm starting to definitely get interested. I want to see them pull back a little more to about 235, another 8-10%. And then I'm looking at dollar cost average. I want to buy within the bottom of this channel and then make a move back up. HD, I got shares of. They are trading above. And so you can see the channel being created. They're trading in the middle right now. As long as they can hold above this 348 level, then we'll start to make a move higher, which is excellent. Then we have McDonald's here, which McDonald's is a stock that just look at that trend. It's incredible. It just to the moon. So there it is right there, to the moon. But now it's about to break this trend potentially, and it's been flirting with the idea of breaking 250 for so long. If you bring it up just like on a 1-year chart, you can see it. It hit 240, bounced all the way up to 300. Now it's back down to 250. Do you want to buy this? I don't want to buy this. I think you have first retest right there, second retest, third retest, now the fourth retest of 240. I think this is going lower. And I think we just have to be patient here, and we got to wait until we get to 200, and then I will be looking to make an entry on McDonald's. But it's gotta pull back first. This is breaking pattern. It just broke through the trend channel. It's making a new low. It's testing it like 4 times. If it breaks 240, I would cut the loss and look for like a 200 entry. Intel is a stock that I'm looking at. I was gonna buy them at $30, and this is a stock that I have FOMO on. They went up from $29.99 all the way up to $37 at one point, and now they just pulled back. So I'm looking at it as a buying opportunity potentially. I like Intel long term. I definitely think there's room for growth here, and just they're an established company over the long term. So I definitely would keep an eye out on them. $30, and then dollar cost average in the 25 range. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching the channel. Tune in, 2,600 subscribers. You guys are awesome. And then just check out the playlist when you get a chance. The Investing Ideas, my Trading P&L 2024, long-term portfolio, trading strategies, long-term investments. Check it out. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time.